part of their generous 5K Fridays in the Friday Night 5G Lights Contest, supporting high school football programs across the country. Please join us in a huge round of applause for T-Mobile for supporting our Warriors. Thank you for your commitment to our school and community. They will be presenting a check to Coach Bowen and Coach Arnett. Thank you, gentlemen. Once again, make sure you go up to the FFA Alumni Pride Orioles stand. I get one. And then a special presentation.
Hello, fans, and welcome to another Friday night under the lights on the Warrenton Sports Network. I'm Keith Brown, joined by Coach Mack, and we're thrilled to bring you tonight's high school football showdown between the visiting Holt Indians and your hometown Warrenton Warriors. It's a short 19-mile drive down I-70 that separates these two programs, but there's no shortage of intensity when they meet on the gridiron. Last year, Warrenton took the inaugural matchup in a dominant fashion, 47-13, and tonight Holt arrives looking to flip the script. The Warriors enter with a strong 4-1 record and riding a 2-game win streak. Holt at 2-3 has also strung together back-to-back victories, and both teams come in with momentum. They've faced one common opponent, the Winfield Warriors, and both handled business. Holt rolled 41-6, while Warrenton answered with a 40-15 win of their own. Stylistically, it's a contrast in strengths. Holt leans on quarterback Ivan Dean in the ground game, averaging 186 rushing yards per contest. while Warrenton lights it up through the air with their junior quarterback Christian Blondin posting 196 passing yards per game. Expect a clash of tempo, tactics, and toughness as these teams battle for bragging rights in this budding I-70 rivalry. It's high school football at its finest, and it starts now. So we have a lot of pre-game festivities and ceremonies going on. That's why we started a little bit early with the pre-game intro. We're trying to capture all of the excitement and enthusiasm that's going on here at David Huff Memorial Field on the campus of Warrenton High School. So we're going to try to cover some of the pregame festivities. We got the 1985 class reunion. It's their 40-year reunion. The national anthem is going to be sung by the Warrior Ridge Elementary kiddos. And we've got much, much more, including the marching band. So stay tuned. We'll be back. Before you hit the road to the big game, make sure you're driving something you love. Gasdorf Chevrolet has you covered. For over 28 years, the Gasdorf family has been serving Warren, Lincoln, Montgomery, and St. Charles County with honest deals and hometown service. We're not just another dealership, we're the Gasdorfs, and the Gasdorfs are here full-time, working directly with you on sales, service, and body shop needs. No gimmicks, no hidden fees, just fair prices and a relaxed, friendly environment. From Truesdale to Wentzville, folks drive in for the Gasdorf experience. Shop online, swing by for a test drive, and see why we're built for all seasons, winter, spring, summer, and fall. Gasdorf Chevrolet, where relationships matter and the customer always wins. Gasdorf Chevrolet, driven by family, trusted by yours. All right, as we look at the tail of the tape between these two teams, Holt Indians are coached by Ethan Place. The Warrenton Warriors are coached by Jason Coper. Warrenton leads the all-time series 1-0, coming off last year's 47-13 win.
Oh, sir.
How about another nice hand for the Marching Warriors? Drum line and color guard. If you'll direct your attention down to the track side there, we have a special presentation tonight. Here with us tonight are Miss Michelle Burns, President of Agape, Frankie Schwartz, immediate past President of Agape and Warren County R3 School Board member, Warrior Ridge administrators, Dr. Brandy Patterson and Mrs. Danielle Smith, and some of the absolutely amazing staff and student representatives of Warrior Ridge. On behalf of the entire Warrior Ridge staff and student body, we are beyond excited to present Agape with 355 non-perishable items. That is 355 reasons to celebrate the power of generosity, teamwork, and warrior spirit. How about a nice hand for Warrior Ridge Elementary? At this time, please welcome the visiting Holt Indians under direction of head coach, Mr. Ethan Tripp, Mr. Ethan Place, assistant coaches, Brian Bierman, Ryan Barnes, Carter Duke, Sean Haley, Jerry Kyle, Sean Manning, Zach Perry, and their own head coach of the 2010 semifinal second place state champions, Coach Ken Moore.
That sounds about right.
Oh, I was just reminded that the legend, Mr. Frank Gentili, is also on the sideline with the Holt Indians. We love Mr. Gentili. He was another one of ours that did a lot of great things here for us, and we appreciate that. So how about a nice hand for Mr. Frank Gentili?
So Holt comes into today's game averaging 32 points per game. The Warrenton Warriors average 28 points per game. Holt averages 186 yards rushing per game. Warrenton averages 145 yards rushing per game. Passing-wise, Holt averages almost 100 yards per game. Warrenton is averaging almost 200 yards per game. Looking at the completion rate for the quarterbacks, Ivan Dean is the quarterback for the Holt Indians. He completes his passes at a 63% rate. He has 5 touchdowns and 2 interceptions on the season. The Warriors are led by their junior quarterback, Christian Blondin. He completes them at a 57% rate. He's got 6 TDs and 3 interceptions. Noah Bailey is the field goal kicker for the Holt Indians, and he's made 4 field goals this year. Warrenton still doing the 2-point conversions as of last week with the injury to Jacob Kinney. Defensively, Holt averages allowing 22 points per game, and Warrenton gives up 16 points per game. Looking at the kickoff return average, Holt averages 12 yards per return. Warrenton averages 19 yards per return. Here comes the Warriors.
The Warriors are coached by Mr. Jason Coker, assisted by Mr. John Gunn.
Back to the special teams. Holt averages 12 yards per kickoff return. Warrenton averages 19 yards per return, and they're led by sophomore Bradley Tucker, who's got a 38-yard average and returned 1 kickoff for a touchdown. That puts him 12th in the metro area for kickoff returns. So we'll see if Holt kicks to him or not. Punting, Holt averages 22 yards per punt. Warrenton averages 33 yards per punt. On the punt return side, Holt averages a 29 yards per return, and they're led by Rio Pettis, who's 8th in the metro area. And then Warrenton averages 10 yards per punt return. Looking ahead to next week, Holt will be home versus St. Francis Borgia, and then the Warrenton Warriors will have their homecoming week next week, and they'll be playing St. Charles High School, the Pirates, on Friday, October 10th. So these two teams look pretty evenly matched. I think the difference in the ballgame may be special teams, turnovers, and penalties.
I think that's going to be the big difference tonight, in the ball game. Holt comes in. I believe they get a 2-3 record. They've had a pretty tough schedule, so far. The first 5 ball games they've been playing some Class 5 and Class 6 schools. As it's gone along right there. So it should be a good matchup, I think, between both these schools. Warrenton, of course, got the home field advantage. That helps out quite a bit tonight. But I think whoever's going to, make the fewest turnovers and penalties, I think they're going to come out on top. So it should be a good ball game tonight.
Well, thank you for joining us. That was Coach Mack in the booth with me again this week. Former Warrenton head coach. We also got Frank Gentile in the house. He coached football here at Warrenton.
Yes, he did, yeah. I believe he started back in 1997. He and I coached 4 or 5 years together, so it goes back just a little ways. And I'm only 40 years old, so I don't, it tells you how young I was when I first started coaching.
You started in diapers, right?
Yeah, exactly. So.
And then we also have Ken Moore in the house.
Yeah, yep. Ken came here and, about 2006 as an assistant coach, and then took over the program in 2009 and got us to a state championship game against Webb City in 2010. So, Ken, good to see both of those guys back here.
And we also have the class of 1985. Their 40th reunion is this weekend. So happy to have them aboard as well. We are moments away from the coin toss. On the defensive side of the ball, some of the stars for the Warriors this year, Javon Jones, he's got 6 sacks on the season. That's 5th in the metro area. Eli Schneider's got 5 sacks. That's 16th in the metro area. And then, of course, safety Jordan Lopez. He's 5th in the metro area in fumble recoveries, and he even took one back on a scoop and score over at St. Charles West.
Yeah, it was a huge play last week by Jordan.
And then we talked about Christian Blondin, the quarterback for the Warriors, in the opening. He's got 936 passing yards, 8 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. And he likes, his favorite target is Dedrick Forrest. Dedrick is 7th in the metro in receiving. He's got 21 receptions for 524 yards, 5 touchdowns. That's a 25-yard per reception average.
That's one heck of an average right there.
You know, I was looking at all the receivers' averages. You know, Caleb Locke, he's got a 14-yard average. Dedrick's got 25. We've got Scott Van Poel, 10-yard average. Drake Brandiff, a 14-yard average. And Brody Real, that's 24-yard average.
That's right. You know,
they're all averaging double digits.
That's right. You know, that equals first downs every time that they catch the football.
Yeah.
You know, and that's excellent. That's a good job spreading the ball all over the field. You get Dedrick's the number 1 receiver, but some of these other younger kids have really come along here the past couple of weeks and just really shown for the Warriors.
It'll be interesting to see how Holt handles that defensively, because a lot of teams like to crowd the line of scrimmage and, stop the run. But
you're exactly right. And Tucker Blake, he's really taken off, as far as his running back, skills go the last 2 weeks as well. It's really stepped up for them. So Warriors are becoming a lot more dangerous, both, running the ball and passing the ball. So it's tough to stop.
Yeah, they're definitely becoming a dual threat. All right, there's the coin toss. What do we have here? Warrenton won the toss. They're going to defer and receive in the second half. Holt's going to receive the opening kickoff then. It's good to be home and have Coach Barton on the PA here. He's getting the crowd fired up.
Yeah, he's been the voice of the Warriors. I know ever since I've been here, since '92, so long time.
He does an excellent job.
He does.
I feel like I'm at Mizzou whenever I come to David Huff Memorial Field.
You bet.
All right, who's going to be doing the kicking duties for the Big Red tonight? Hey, that young man's got green shoes on, Coach.
Yes, he does.
That means it's only one person.
That's right.
That's Jacob Kinney, ladies and gentlemen. He's back on the field after injuring his knee in the first and only home football game against Washington. So it's fantastic to see Jacob down there. He's got a knee brace on that knee, and he gives the Warriors another weapon if he can stay on the field. Back to receive the kickoff for Holt is Rio Pettis and Deontay Rickman. And Jacob gives it a little pooch kick. Two Holt players fight for the ball, and one person comes up with it, and they come crashing down to the ground. That was Zay Amon with the reception on the kickoff return. Holt's going to start 1st and 10 at their own 42.
Yeah, that's kind of fortunate that happened for Warrenton because both of them had a head of steam trying to catch the ball. Probably would have picked up a couple extra yards on that.
Yeah, they definitely looked like they knew that play was coming.
Yeah.
All right, Ivan Dean, the quarterback in the shotgun formation for the Indians. He's going to keep it, rolls the right tackle, then he pitches out to the tailback. He's got a head of steam and gets out up to the 45-yard line.
Okay, that time Holt came out in I formation, or as the shotgun I, ran a little option play right there. More so just a pro set.
And back to the line of scrimmage quickly. Austin Hofmeister is the tailback This time Dean's going to throw it out into the flat. And looks like they completed it. They're like only about a half yard.
About a half yard, that's all it was. Just try to get a quick hitter out there, and it was a low throw.
Yeah.
So they're trying to get something to pick up the first down.
All right, 3rd and 3 now for the Indians. Looks like the Big Red bringing the blitz. They sweep it out to the left side on the pitch. He's got a good block out on the end. Jordan Lopez, safety, throws him down. That was Hoffmeister on the carry. He's up to the 46-yard line of Warrenton.
Yep, that time is the option play once again, so that seems to kind of be their bread and butter the first 3 plays right now.
Holt back up to the line of scrimmage quickly. Dean's going to throw it over to the left flat this time. Completes it to his receiver, who's brought down after about an 8 or 9 yard pickup. That was Rio Pettis with the reception. He's got 15 receptions on the season.
Yep, so far that was just a quick wide receiver screen that time. They tried that earlier and, only gained about a half a yard on it. They're in a trips formation to the boundary side.
Dean's on a hand. No, keeps it himself, goes over left tackle. And he's tackled there by Javon Jones. But not before he gets a Indian first down. So 1st and 10 for the Indians. They got the ball at Warrenton's 33-yard line. And got a whistle on the far sideline. Looks like Warrenton's going to call a timeout.
Yep. They're trying to get some different personnel in at that time to kind of help them out. Looks like Coach Jesse's going to adjust their defense here.
We'll do a quick commercial break here. Looking for your dream home or the perfect rental? Discover it with Hunter's Sake Investments. From charming townhomes to spacious single-family homes, we offer quality living in Warren and Montgomery County. Need commercial space? We got retail and warehouse options in Jonesburg, plus the Jonesburg Party Center. Ideal for showers, graduation, and more. Family-owned, locally rooted, and built on trust. We treat your home like our own. Call Hunter's Sake Investments today, and let's build your future together. Hunter's Sake Investments, where Missouri finds homes. All right, 1st and 10 again. Shotgun formation for the Indians. Trips to the boundary side again. Same formation as the last play. Hoffmeister in the backfield with the quarterback. Dean hands off to Hoffmeister. He goes over the right guard and with the head of steam down to about the 24-yard line. They're getting good yardage on first down, Coach.
Yes, they are. Yep.
Second.
Yep. Warrenton's not bringing any type of a blitz just yet, so they did on the 3rd and short. See what happens here.
Hand out to Hoffmeister again. He's tackled much earlier this time.
Looks like he's got a first down or close to it. Yep, they're going to wave it.
Will almost on the tackle there. First down for the Indians. Same formation for the Indians. Big runner. Crowd in the line of scrimmage. Hand out to Hoffmeister. He's met in the backfield by Jake Mincher. Gain of only 2 on the play.
Yeah, much better job that time. That time Mincher came up on the line of scrimmage and tried to just kind of squoze everything down, did his job.
He did. Just came down and just got him in the backfield and brought him down.
Made a nice place.
That brings up 2nd and 8. It's the first time the Indians have had 2nd and long here. Warriors shift on the line of scrimmage. Pass play. Dean throws it long. He had to get rid of it in a hurry there as the blitz was almost to him.
Good blitz by that time by Warrenton.
It was Jamarian Fulton in his face when he threw that ball.
Yeah, brought a lot of people up the middle.
He only had about maybe 2 seconds to get that pass off. Now it's 3rd and long for the Indians.
I'd kind of look for option this time because they're in their I formation. See what they got.
Dean's rolling to the right, looking to pass over the receiver's hands. Just hit him on the fingertips and falls incomplete. That'll bring up 4th and about 8, and they're going to call for the field goals, what we're hearing on the sidelines here.
Yep.
They do have a field goal kicker who's been doing pretty well this year. Noah Bailey's made 4 field goals, 13 extra points.
It's a good weapon to have.
But a good stop by the Warrior defense here.
Yeah, they came up big that time, so force a field goal attempt.
Looks like it's going to be about a 37-yard field goal attempt. Oh, and it's blocked.
That's returnable.
Warriors have got it. Trying to go on the left sidelines. He's up to the 35, 40, 45. Tries to cut it back and gets up to midfield where he's brought down. What a great play there.
You bet.
Heads-up play by Hayden Johnson.
First big special teams play of the night.
Hayden Johnson was the one who returned it, but was blocked at the line of scrimmage by somebody else. So block field goal. That Momentum's wearing a red jersey right now. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line of Holt. All right, Christian Blond in the quarterback in shotgun formation. Behind him is Brad Tucker. They send trips to the right side of the formation, Solo to the left. Looks like Forrest is at the top of the screen here. He's got man-to-man coverage over there. See if Blondin looks for him. He actually hits Tucker going out of the backfield. Bradley gets up for about 5 or 6 yards before he's forced out of bounds. They kind of used Forrest to clear the zone.
Yes, he did. Yep, sure did. Got everyone cleared out of there, and then just did a little swing pass over to Tucker, and good pickup.
They only gave him 3 on the pickup.
Yeah, he must have stepped out of bounds or something there.
Brand at the tight end on the left side of the formation. Triples to the right side of the formation. Forrest comes in motion. Handoff to Tucker. He spins out of a tackle in the backfield, but then he's wrestled down for a loss of about 2 or 3 on the play. They're going to give him forward progress, but still lost about a yard.
About a yard loss, yeah.
3rd and 9. Well, they really blitzed well on that play.
They did, yep. Yeah, that time looks like Holt's running a 3-4 defense, and they adjusted to the motion pretty well.
Hard to see those numbers on there.
It is, yeah.
Their numbers are lighter than their helmet's color, so it's just hard to see. Kind of blends in with the white. All right, Blond in a shotgun formation. Play action pass. He pumps and throws a little behind the intended receiver, Caleb Block. That's going to bring up 4th and 9. Change of personnel here for the Big Red. They send 2 receivers to both sides of the formation. Tucker still in the backfield.
Yep, Holt has nobody deep. Expecting it could be a punt. Nope.
London's dropping back. Looks left, throws left. He's got a receiver right at the first down marker. That was Forrest, who came to his knees, and they're going to give him the first down.
Yep, good job.
Great route by Forrest on 4th down to get right to the markers and sit down. Warriors have a 1st and 10 at the 38 this time. Triples to the right side of the formation. Forrest up on the high side by himself. Blondin takes it himself, and he's met in the backfield by a blitzing outside linebacker. A loss of 5 or 6 on the play. I think that was Gavin Moore on the tackle. He's 20th in the metro area in total tackles this season for the Holt. He's really good.
Yeah, he is. He's a good young linebacker. Or he's a senior this year.
All right, 2nd and long for the Big Red. Blondin back to pass, looks across the middle, completes the pass to Diedrich Forrest, who spins and gets a couple extra yards. Tackle there.
Like Ginniver?
Yeah, you're right, Ben Ginniver.
Ginniver.
That's 3rd and 8 now for the Big Red. Got back some positive yards there.
Yeah, they're taking advantage of Holt being in his zone. You know, the receivers are doing a nice job of just getting in behind the linebackers and just kind of settling areas. So I'd look for that same thing again to come along in this play. Pick up the first down, get to the sticks.
Shotgun formation, Blondin back to pass. Holt's blitzing. Blondin gets the pass out early. Locke catches it at the 30. He spins forward, gets down to the 29. I think he's going to be a yard short of the first down, but that puts him 4th and about 1. Looks like Cameron Walls on the tackle for the Indians. 4th and short now for the Big Red. 5:22 left to go here in the first quarter. This is the first possession for the Big Red after they blocked the Holt field goal from 37 yards out. Two receivers to the left of the formation. Motion now from Locke across the formation. Hand off to Tucker. He goes over the left tackle, had a hole, hit it hard, and he was tackled for about a 2-yard gain.
Yep, enough to pick up the first down. Good hole that time on the left side.
Boy, it really was.
Yep, that thing opened up very quickly.
And, Tucker just hit it like a dart.
Yes, he did. It's a good pickup.
So second first down for the Big Red on this drive. They've gone 4 plays each time. They got the ball now at the 26-yard line. 1st and 10. Triple receivers to the boundary side again. Holt sneaks up their outside linebackers. Hand off to Tucker. He tries to go off the left tackle. Brought down early. Hoffmeister on the tackle there for Holt. Gain of 1 for Tucker.
Yeah, he did a good job of closing that down. There was initially a pretty good hole right there just to start out with, but it closed pretty quickly.
All right. Warriors break the huddle this time. Blondin under center. They got Mincher in at fullback. Javon Jones in the tailback. They hand off to Jones. He follows Mincher. He's brought back down, but then he spins and falls forward for about 2 or 3 yards. Hard running by Javon Jones.
Yes, it was, yeah. Good forward progress. Just kept the legs driving. Like I said, you're not going to get him one-on-one on a tackle.
There's Noah Bruce on a tackle for the Indians. All right, Forrest breaks the huddle as the lone wideout. They got their goal line package in here. Blondin under center. Hands off to Jones again. He follows Mincher into the hole, but the hole closes quickly there. Tackled by Zay Amon for the Indians.
Okay, looks like Warrenton took a timeout.
All right. So it's about 4th and 6. Warrenton calls another timeout. We'll take a quick commercial break here. On game day, it's all about teamwork, trust, and heart. At Main Street Real Estate, we bring that same spirit to every home journey. Whether you're buying, selling, or just exploring your options, our hometown team is with you every step of the way. We believe real estate isn't just a transaction, it's a life-changing experience. That's why we stay in constant communication, deliver expert guidance, and work relentlessly to help you reach your goals. Main Street Real Estate, your home team from game day to closing day, proudly supporting Warrenton Athletics and our community. All right, so they've gone forward on 4th down several times here, Coach. This time it's a little bit longer.
Yeah, just a little bit longer this occasion. Look for them to come maybe out and spread a little bit. Go for the sticks once again. I'm sure Holt will probably try to tighten things up, on the defensive side of the ball, go a bit more man coverage to kind of keep them from that.
The pep band and the student section come alive here, urging their big red for a first down. All right. Warrenton comes out, shotgun formation, triples to the top of the formation, solo to the right, Tucker in the backfield. Hernandez comes across the formation, Blondin back to pass, steps up in the pocket, he's forced out, and he's brought down from behind. He does throw the pass, hits the receiver, Hernandez in the hand, and it falls incomplete. But that's where Holt will take over 1st and 10 now.
Yeah, that time Christian had, plenty of time to begin with initially, and Holt just did a nice job of coverage that time.
So 2:38 left to go here in the first quarter. Holt's going to take over 1st and 10 at their 22. Each team's had one possession. Each team kind of stiffened up on the defensive side once everybody got into the red zone.
Yeah, both teams have been able to move the ball effectively.
All right, Dean in shotgun formation. Hands off to Hoffmeister. He goes over the left end. Breaks one tackle and then is brought down by Jordan Lopez and Jake Mincher. Gain of 7 on the play.
Yeah, that time they look like they're trying to attack C gap right now. They're seeing something right there where maybe the defensive ends of Warrenton are maybe coming upfield just a little bit too much and finding that little hole right there. So
Dean's forced out of the pocket, looking to pass, completes it in the flat, and brought down very quickly by Warrenton's Keegan Melgard. Outside linebacker made a great play.
That was a good job that time of Warrenton squeezing him down.
So you think they're doing that, attacking that spot, trying to slow down the pass rush?
Correct.
Maybe?
Yep, exactly is what they're trying to do.
3rd and 5 now for the Indians. 2 receivers on top of the formation. Dean rolls to the right. He's pressured, gets the ball out, and it goes in and out of the receiver's hands. That'll bring up 4th and long. Dean was brought down after he threw that pass. Pressure from Mincher and Billy Spicer putting the pressure on.
Yeah, it's a good job putting pressure on there. Holt had an open receiver, just kind of slipped through his fingertips right at that time. Warrenton got a nice little break on that, but a good job of pass rushing.
So on the punt is Noah Bailey. Well, that's off a pretty good punt. Tucker wants to go over his head. Gets it on 2 hops at the 25. He's going towards the left side of the field and gets about 8 on the play, maybe 7 on the play, return.
Yep.
Warrenton will take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line. 39-yard line.
Yeah, that's a nice job of fielding the punt right there. He must play a little baseball or something because he's able to track that down and going over his head.
1:19 left to go here in the first. Just as we expected, a tight, closely contested game here, Coach.
Yeah, it is. Both teams are going to be very well coached. Both sides.
Looks like we have a penalty against Warrenton.
Yeah.
Never saw the flag down.
Must have been a hold in there or something, or maybe something after the play.
Yeah, it looks like a 15-yard.
15-yarder. Must have been something after the play there.
Yeah.
Unlike you, I did not see a yellow hanky come out. So
that puts the ball at about the 24. And backs the big red up a little bit. All right, they've got 4 receivers, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Shotgun for Blondin. Holt creeps up their outside linebacker. Hand off to Tucker. He's got 6-7. Now he's up for a first down. Good blocking downfield by Forrest. Gets him a first down.
Yep, good job that time. Like you called it, they brought their outside linebacker up off the line, on the line of scrimmage, brought him up, and Tucker was able to just run right underneath him. Got a good kick-out block that time.
So best first down play they've had so far. They got a first down at the 35. We're under a minute to go here in the first quarter.
Walked up again.
Yeah, he sure did. Hand off to Tucker again. He goes right up the middle, and we got a flag flying in from the back judge. Tucker got about 4 or 5.
Yeah, usually that's going to be a holding call. Face mask. Okay, good.
How about that?
Oh, good. Well, it looks like Warrenton's found something on that left side right now. So they're doing a good job of just letting Holt, kind of come up and give up a little bit of ground and then making their blocks.
Yeah, that's Jack Morris, Ty Cook, and Logan Nichols doing some good job blocking over there. Warrenton now has the ball at the 45 of Holt. Got a little something going here. 2 straight first downs. Started at their own 24. Tucker again over the left side. You called it, Coach. He cuts back up the middle. Close for another first down. They're going to mark it for a first down. So they've run 3 plays and 3 first downs now.
Right, yeah. It's a good job, by all the linemen up front. And Tucker's doing a good job of taking the ball and reading. He's getting a quick read off of it and finding the hole.
Yeah, I think they're taking advantage of that outside linebacker sneaking up there.
They are, exactly. And they've done it each and every time away from the trip set.
All right, Bond in an empty backfield now. You got 5 seconds to go. Pass back, hits Tucker in the flat. He sweeps by one tackler. Another tackler comes and handles him. No gain on the play. I think that'll be the last play here in the first half. That was Jamari Williams with the tackle for Holt. Looks like Tucker lost his lid, but he's walking off on his own power. That's good to see.
Yeah.
So after 1 quarter here at David Huff Memorial Field, a tie game. No score, Holt and Warrenton. We'll be back after this quick commercial break. On the field, it's all about strategy, precision, and execution. Off the field, same rules apply. At Servant Heating and Air Conditioning, we bring our A game to every home and business with custom solutions, expert installs, and a reputation for getting it right the first time. We're your home field advantage for year-round comfort. Trusted across Warren County, we've got you covered. Home, business, or new construction. Servant Heating and Air Conditioning, where comfort wins every time. They're saluting the class of 1985 right now. It's a good group of people. Their 40-year reunion. Kudos to them for coming out.
You bet. It's always exciting to see people, how they've changed over 40 years.
Yes, sir.
I still look the same. So.
That's because you started coaching when you were wearing diapers.
Exactly. Yep. Warriors got a good, solid drive going on right now. And I think they'll come back and kind of run the ball and then come a little play action after that.
Blind and shotgun formation. Forrest comes in motion. They actually had 2 in motion. It was a reverse to Diedrich, but it's going to come back. He cuts it up. Gain of about 5 on the play. Good-looking play, but
it was, yeah.
To no avail.
Yep. A little confusion on who is supposed to be going in motion on that one.
Second and 15 for the Big Red now. Looks like there's 2 running backs in the backfield this time. Hernandez and Tucker, they both break out and join the receiver ranks. Bond in an empty backfield. Shotgun. Snap back, looking to throw. Forced out, rolls right. Throws it downfield. He's got a wide open receiver. And that's going to be a touchdown for the Big Red.
Wow.
That's a 39-yard touchdown completion to Brody Reel. His second touchdown of the season.
Man, he was wide open.
Boy, no kidding.
there wasn't a dude around him for 10, 15 yards. My goodness.
I thought he snuck in from the sidelines.
He
was so wide open.
Oh, exactly.
All right, we're going to see Jacob Kinney, or we're going to see the 2. Yeah, Jacob Kinney's coming out on the field. Fingers crossed for Jacob. Looks like there's a stoppage of play.
Yeah, got a player down for Holt on the other sideline. Looks like he might have a
yeah.
Not sure if he's got a cramp or they're working on his lower leg there. So,
what a tremendous play there. 39-yard touchdown pass on second down, third down? That was third down, wasn't it?
Yeah, third down. Yeah, that was a nice play. You know, he bought himself a little bit of time by rolling out to the right, and, you know, their reel was, like I said, standing wide open. So,
you know, Holt's doing a good job of putting pressure on Blondin, but he just steps up in that pocket and then finds a little space to roam and look for an empty or open receiver down the field.
Yeah, I think this may have been the kid that hit Blondin that was given pursuit.
Interesting.
At that time. So he must have come down on that ankle wrong or something.
It looks like it's Noah Bruce for Holt.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like he's having problems with that ankle.
Yeah, it wasn't putting any pressure on there, so there we go.
He's the defensive end for Holt. He's got 5 solo tackles in the season, 15 assists, and 2 tackles for losses. All right, Jacob Kinney, good to see him on the field trying the extra point here. Kick up.
And it is good. All right.
Here we go. Good to see Jacob Kinney back.
It wasn't pretty, but it was effective. It still went through. That's good. That's good. Yeah, that's nice to have, you know, to get that 1 point, you know, because Warrenton had kind of struggled ever since he'd been out with their 2-point conversions.
Yes.
You know, especially, you know, the first few touchdowns that they would score, you know, just weren't being effective on the 2-pointers. So at least getting 1 point now adds benefits.
Definitely, yeah. They were struggling early, like you said, on their 2-point conversions. Kind of figured it out late against Winfield, and against West is about 50-50. But if you can get that 1 point every time, that pretty much evens it out.
Yeah, it does.
So Jacob's on to try the kick again. We'll see if he squibs it or not. He does a squid kick to the left. Caught and received by number 44 for the Indians. That is Ben Genever. He fell on it real quickly. They'll start 1st and 10 on their own 47.
Yeah, it gives Holt pretty good field position there. Yeah, we'll kind of see if they want to come back to their option, which was effective earlier.
Hoffmeister in the backfield with Dean. They send them 1 to the far side and 2 to the near side. Blitzing linebacker. Dean keeps it.
Keeps it.
He gets outside. Lopez is going to force him out of bounds right about the 36-yard line. Enough for a Holt first down.
Yeah, I was wondering when that was going to happen because he'd been given the last few times they ran that play, so he read it that time and picked up a first down.
Holt quickly up to the line of scrimmage again. Dean's going to throw it out in the right flat, completes it. Receiver gets downfield, slips a couple tackles, and he's got enough for an Indian first down. That was Rio Pettis on the reception.
Yep, just a quick little slip screen. You know, they've kind of been predictable with that. You know, they ran that play, then they come back with the, slip screen pretty quickly. Receivers are doing a pretty decent job of blocking for them.
Yeah, Pettis did a nice job slipping some tackles there.
He did, yeah.
All right, 1st and 10 again for the Indians. Snap back to Dean, hands off to Hoffmeister, and he's met in the backfield by Javon Jones. Keegan Melgard. Good stop there.
Yep, good job. Yeah, 3 of those guys just really went unblocked. You know, they were standing there when he got the handoff.
Yeah, they lost 1 on that play. Brings up 2nd and 11.
Okay, look for maybe an option coming back out there. They're in their little power eye set.
Yep. He's going to keep it. Pitches to Hoffmeister going over the left side. Looked like, I thought I saw a holding.
Yep,
Hoffmeister gets about 5, but there's a flag down there.
Yep.
They were holding against Keegan Melligard.
Yep. They got that one.
Trying to prevent him from keeping containment. It worked, but you can't do that.
Well, you can sure as heck try.
And they usually do, right?
Yes, they do.
That'd be a 10-yard penalty and repeat second down. Spot foul, so it was real close to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, it was.
They're going to mark it at the 39. Second and about 21-22 here. Dean's looking to pass. He's under pressure. Gets a pass off, but well over the receiver's head. Big Red bringing the blitz on that one.
Yeah, he had to get rid of that ball in quite a hurry. I don't know if there was a miscommunication. The receiver went to the inside, and he threw the ball outside that time. But he, like I said, he had to get rid of it quickly.
Yeah, I think he was just looking to survive that one. Warrior Nation comes alive. Looks like the Big Red sent in an extra defensive back. More of a nickel backfield this time for the Warriors. Dean's got a low snap. He's under pressure right away. Spins out. Spizer's on top of him. Spizer gets this tackle and a sack. Good pressure by Billy Spizer up the middle.
Bet.
That brings up fourth and eternity now for Holt. Looks like they're going to bring out their punter, Jace Evans. Tucker back to receive. Tucker's got a 10-yard average on the season. Evans has a little problems with the snap, gets it off. Tucker comes up and calls for the fair catch and falls on it right about the 16-yard line.
Good job by Tucker that time. He's coming up, get the fair catch, take it in a fairly decent field position.
Yeah, you don't want the ball to hit there.
No.
Okay, the Warriors took the last possession on a 4-play drive and resulted in a 39-yard touchdown pass from Christian Blondin to Brody Reel. Looking to continue that momentum on this drive here. They got the big boys up in the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
Blondin under center. A fumble. Tucker gets it. Kind of bobbled it. Hit it up in the air and picked it up, and now he cuts it up the middle and gets about 3 on the play.
Yeah, that's a nice job. I mean, bobbling the ball like that. Got a friendly bounce right back to him.
Looks like a circus clown juggling it there for a second.
Yes.
Great job retaining the possession, though. They give him 4 yards on the pickup.
Looks like they're going to stay in their power package here. Try to get themselves a little breathing room.
Play action pass. Blondin back to pass. He's pressured. Throws it deep. He's got Forrest out there. Diedrich jumps up.
Wow, what a catch.
And he comes down with the ball.
What a great grab.
At the 45-yard line. That's a 40-yard pass completion.
You bet. Good ball, and, just a nice job by that young man getting up there and grabbing it.
Tremendous job by Diedrich to go up there and get it. He just high pointed it.
Yep. I think that's that basketball player in him. Getting up and go get it.
Yeah, that's tough for the defender because Diedrich can flat out dunk the ball.
Yeah.
All right, Warriors are back in Holt territory here. Shotgun formation again for Blondin. He's going to try Tucker. He goes over the left side again. Gain of about 2 or 3 on the play. Tackle there by Holt's Ben Ginevra. He's been all over the place today. 4 receivers in the formation, 3 to the top side, Diedrich down to the low side. Now Hernandez joins him. Blondin back to pass. He hits Brody Reel out in the flat. Gain of about 15 on the play.
Good protection that time up front by the big boys.
Reel's got 2 receptions and a lot of yards so far.
Yeah, he does. I mean, again, he had a, great week last week, and he's picking up where he left off from last week. So
absolutely.
It's another great threat to have.
All right. Trips to the left side of the formation this time. Hernandez goes in motion, joins Tucker in the backfield behind Blondin. Hand off to Tucker. He follows Hernandez into the hole. He falls forward for a gain of about 1. Tackle on the play there by Holt's Gavin Moore.
Gavin Moore. I watched that young kid since he was about 4 years old, so he's Coach Ken Moore's.
That's what I was getting ready to ask you.
Yeah, he's a little boy.
Is that right?
Yeah.
That's fun to see.
You bet.
Gain of 1 on the play makes it 2nd and 9 for the Big Red. Looks like Holt's setting up further back when they get to the line of scrimmage here. They're sending their defensive backs all over the place. Warriors got them a little scrambled on defense here. Blondin, play action pass, hits Reel out in the flat. He slips 1 tackle and falls forward for about a gain of 2.
Yeah, a little miscommunication. It was going to be looked like an RPO, style play is what that was going to be. And the running back hesitated just a little bit and just threw a little bit of that timing off, to get that screen out there.
Yeah, I think that's a good description there, Coach. All right, 3rd and about 7 now for the Big Red. Ball spotted at the 27 of the Indians. Blondin back to pass. Looks left. Now down the middle.
Tight end.
And he's looking for the tight end, but overthrew his receiver. That was intended for Drake Brandiff.
Yep.
Brings up 4th and 7 now.
That's good coverage by Holt that time. I was watching Brandiff that time come off the line of scrimmage. Looked like he was open for just a second.
All right, the Big Red going for it on 4th down. Ball's at the 27. They got to get to the 21.
Yep, just go to the sticks.
Brandiff and the tight end split out to the left here. Holt's bringing in their outside linebacker. Then he rushes. Blondin's flush. Throws it down the middle. Got a wide open receiver. And it's going to be a 1st down.
Yeah.
That's Brody Reel again. His 3rd reception of the game. Well, I stand corrected. That was Caleb Block. 16 versus 17. All right, 1st and 10. Ball spotted at the 17. $18 seconds on the play clock. 5:38 on the game clock. Blondin hands it off.
Yeah, handed off that time. That one got bunched up that time by Holt. Did a good job preparing for that one.
All right, sorry we lost our scoreboard, but it should be correct now. Up to date, 2nd and 9 now. Brandiff over in the tight end position on the right side of the formation, and then 2 receivers on both sides. Blondin's got time to pass. He looks right, throws right, got a receiver open in the end zone, and I think that's Brody Reel again.
Yes, it is. Yep.
Brody Reel's got his 2nd touchdown, a 17-yard TD reception from Christian Blondin. Well, they found something there now, haven't they?
Yes, they have, yeah. Christian, he's just throwing the ball where his receivers can go get it. That time there was not a lot of space, for, Reel to get that football. And he just did a really nice job of settling back in the back of the end zone right there, and Christian just delivered a nice ball to him.
You're exactly right. All right, Jacob Kinney on to try the point after attempt.
There we go.
And his kick was right down the middle there.
That time, there we go. No doubt.
Looks like old Jacob Kinney there.
You bet.
So a 7-play drive resulting in a 17-yard touchdown pass. The connection of Blondin to Real have connected twice. A 39-yard touchdown pass and a 17-yard touchdown pass. And, of course, Blondin threw in a 40-yard completion to Diedrich Forrest earlier on that same drive. Big Red have got a 14-point lead. 4:48 left to go in the first half. Remember that the Big Red get the ball coming out of halftime. They deferred after winning the opening coin toss. Well, Pooch kicked that time. We'll change up. Received at the 30. The Holt receiver breaks the tackle, breaks the second tackle, and then brought down at the 40-yard line. That was Joe Green on the tackle. Holt's going to have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 40. With 4:40 left to go in the first half.
Okay, see what Holt comes out with in this offensive series of theirs. They come out, most of their possessions, they started out running the ball pretty strong, and then they just kind of make some mistakes. And
yeah, they've kind of gotten away from that, haven't they?
They have. So they're running formation right now.
Yeah, that's that I formation out of the shotgun. It looks so different. Handoff this time to Hoffmeister. You called it, Coach. He hits the left guard's hole and gets up real close to a first down. Javon Jones on the tackle there. You called that one, Coach.
Yep, just a little lead play right there.
2nd and short now. They're quick to the line of scrimmage. Hand out to Hoffmeister. He goes over the right side this time. Forced out of bounds there by the Warriors.
Yeah, wasn't much there, but he just got enough for the first down that time.
That was Joe Green forcing him out of bounds.
Yeah, and he did a really nice job, stringing him out.
He did. He really closed that, angle of pursuit down real quickly.
He did, yep, absolutely. Did his job, The kid got the first down, but not by much.
Hand off this time up to Hoffmeister up the middle. He gets about 6 or 7 on the play. Spicer on the tackle there. Mincher as well. Dean in shotgun formation. 2 receivers to the left. He keeps it up the middle this time. He's got a pretty good hole. Hits the hole hard and goes forward. He's got enough for another Indian first down.
Yeah. Looks like what Holt's doing is they're going to where, at that time they had their H-back, their fullback just kind of split out just a little bit wider, so he becomes a actual H-back at that time. So they seem to be running towards that side, wherever the fullback and H-back is.
Let's see if they continue that pattern here.
So moves back
Hoffmeister right behind him. And they do. Good call, Coach. This time he runs into a wall, though. There's no place for him to go.
Yep, good job that time. Stonewalled him.
That was Fulton and Schneider on the tackle for the Big Red. Gain of 1 on the play.
They might look for the little option coming out wide. It's been successful for them at
Warriors
times.
bring their linebackers up, and they're going to get caught with their hand in the cookie jar, jumping off sides there. So easy to get used to that audible count.
Yes, it is. Yep.
All right, 2nd and 4 now for the Indians after the offsides penalty. They're still creeping the linebackers up. They're going to pitch it to the outside. Hoffmeister has it. He's trying the left side. Nice job fighting out the block, but he Hoffmeister gets thrown out of bounds, but he gets a first down.
Warrenton's got a player down over there, look like number 3, from what I could tell.
There's Jordan Lopez on the tackle. That's Diedrich if it's number 3. Yeah, looks like it might be number 9.
9, okay.
It's Melgard.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he's being helped off. He is walking, but he's got 2 guys underneath his arms.
Yeah, pretty ginger there.
Looks like he's holding that right leg back.
Yeah, he's done a really good job the outside backer position this year as well, and last year.
Yeah, he's really played. I mean, last year he had a nose for the ball.
He did, yep.
And he's made a lot of big tackles this year for the Big Red as well.
He has.
1st and 10 on now for the Indians. Hopefully we'll see Keegan back in there soon. This time, they're going to run the sweep to the right. Dean pitches to Hoffmeister. The ball's behind him. Ball's on the ground. It's loose. Good job by Schneider to hit the running back so he couldn't get back to the ball, but somebody from Holt does fall on the ball. But a big loss on the play. Back to the 3rd, 26. Second and about 20.
Yeah. Yep, that's the danger of running the option. You know, when you pitch it like that, it can go errant on you. Nice job hustle by the Warriors that time.
Hand off to Hoffmeister up the middle. Cuts it back, slips a tackle. And brought down close to a 10-yard pickup on the play. Looks like Jordan Lopez on the tackle. 3rd and 10 now for the Indians.
Yeah, got a minute 24. This will start using some timeouts here.
We'll do a quick commercial here. Need a roof that's built to last? Call the name Missouri Trust, Mike Brown Construction. With 25 years of experience, we deliver top-quality roofing backed by professional service and premium materials. From quick repairs to full installations, we treat every job like it's our own home. Why? Because we're not just contractors, we're your neighbors. And at Mike Brown Construction, your satisfaction is our success. So when it's time to raise the roof, raise your expectations. Call Mike Brown Construction, where quality meets integrity. All right, 3rd and 10. Ball spotted at the 18-yard line of the Big Red. Be interesting to see if Holt has called 2 plays here or not.
Yeah, I mean, you know, they've got, 2 timeouts left, I believe, you know, and they'll see what they come up with this. I think they're in 4-down territory. I think they're a little bit out of field goal range, I think. I'm not sure what that kid is.
Dean's going to keep it over the left side. Hoffmeister lead blocking. Dean's got an angle. He cuts it back up, and he's going to scamper in for an 18-yard touchdown run.
Well, that takes the guesswork out of that.
Yep. That's a nicely executed play. Hoffmeister really got a good block.
It was.
And then Dean just cut it back up and scampered in.
Yeah, that's something that Holt's been able to do tonight. They've been able to get it at the edge, you know, with the exception of the one fumble that they had in the holding call. You know, they've been picking up some pretty good yardage, and I believe that's one of the first times that he's kept the football, you know, going to the outside. So that was more of a true QB sweep.
Yes, sir. Bailey at the point after attempt, and that's through. Okay. And we've got a 14-7 ball game here with about 1:15 left to go in the first half. Holt finally has got something going here. Warrenton will get this possession, and then they'll have the possession coming out of the halftime.
Yep, still plenty of time, you know, left on the clock. Warrenton's got, one timeout left?
Yes,
okay, that's left to go there. So depending on field position, you know, that's going to affect your play calling because, you know, with the weapons that Warrenton has, you know, they can go deep. You know, Christian's arm, you know, he's got fours that's able to get behind, you know, as well as, you know, Locke's shown he can, and Real definitely shown he can.
Yep.
So there's still plenty of opportunity to score here, and I'm sure that's what the offensive staff is thinking.
All right, Hernandez and Tucker back to receive the kickoff from Holt here. Bailey to set the kickoff for Holt. kind of a semi-pooch kick over to Tucker at the 20. Scoops it up on 2 hops, cuts it up the middle, then cuts it back to the right. He's got room to run. He's being pursued, cuts it back up again, gets it all the way up close to the 39-yard line.
I got tackled by the kicker.
That was a 20-yard return there.
That was.
Nice job, Bradley Tucker. 107, they got some pretty good field possession. Open up the playbook a little bit more.
Yeah. You know, Tucker's just a sophomore. He's going to be a heck of a football player once by his senior year.
You are right.
He is. He's really, really impressed me, you know, just how he's progressed throughout the season.
Yep. All right, Hernandez in the backfield with Blondin. 3 receivers in the formation. Actually, that's Tucker. Tucker splits out to the right now. Empty backfield for Blondin. Shotgun formation, back to pass. Looks right, throws right. Intended for Tucker, but the 2 couldn't hook up on that pass. That does stop the clock. 1 minute and 1 second left to go here in the first half. Warriors lead 14-7. Diedrich Forrest back into the ball game. Good to see. Split out far to the left here. Trips to the left. Blondin back to pass. He's looking left. Oh, receiver was in Brody Reel, and the defender kind of goes through him.
Yeah, he did. He did.
And you can make a play for the ball, but I don't think you can still go through the receiver.
Can't go through them. Yeah. No, you cannot.
Yeah.
That time Holt was only rushing three linemen. That's all they're bringing right now. See if they'll dial up a blitz coming up here. Great job out of the offensive line, you know, for protection.
Yeah, linebackers are back again. They creeped in up the outside linebacker on the left side. He blitzed.
Comes off the edge.
Yep. Blondin's forced out, escapes, buys time. Throws it for real, but just over his head.
Yep. That was a good job by Christian getting out of trouble that time.
He's really good at that.
He is. He's really done a great job as the season's progressed of stepping up in the pocket.
4th and 10 now for the Warriors. 47 seconds left to go in the half. We'll see if Blondin punts this away or if they're going to go for it here. Punt. Nobody back for Holt to get it. Ball lands at the 27 and takes a Warrenton bounce all the way down to about the 18-yard line.
Okay, not bad.
36 seconds left to go in the first half. Warriors up 14-7. We'll see if Holt tries to do anything here. Just be happy to, after their last possession with a touchdown, and take it into halftime. One thing you don't want to risk here is really turning it over with a, a pitch play here.
Oh, absolutely.
Everything's got to be a handoff if you're going to do anything.
It is, absolutely, you know. I can remember we were in a game one year where we tried something at the end of the half and threw an interception. They returned it for a touchdown. And we ended up winning the ball game, but it just like there were some mad puppies at halftime that day.
Well, Dean's back to pass. He looks to the right, completes it out in the flat. Receiver gets out of bounds right about the 30-yard line. That was completed to Deontay Rickman, his first reception. First down for Holt, and they're looking to keep on going. Shotgun formation. Warriors bring up some rushers to the line of scrimmage. Dean looks out to the right again. Rickman couldn't handle that pass that time. Lopez, good sportsmanship, helps them up.
Yep.
Coach Place trying to get some more here before halftime for the Indians, being aggressive. Dean's going to roll to the left this time. Looks to throw with his right hand. Completes it out in the open field at the 50. Receiver's loose. He's at the 30, the 20. He's going to take it all the way in.
Oh, boy.
That is a 70-yard touchdown pass.
Well, kudos to Holt that time. You know, they've had some open wide receivers, you know, just had a lot of drop balls. That time they completed just a nice little crossing route that time.
Snap back, ball down, kick is up. We've got a tie ball game here. Holt Indians battle back right before halftime. 14-14, 10 seconds left to go in the first half.
It did. As you know, aggressive play calling by Holt. You know, you could have very easily, you know, just taken, you know, run the ball a few times and you go in with a 14-7, you know, deficit, just down one touchdown. But they were aggressive and made the plays.
Looks like that was completed to Rio Pettis. So Dean has run for a touchdown and thrown for a touchdown.
Yep. All right, now if I'm Holt, I'm going to kick away from Mr. Tucker for the rest of the night, I do believe.
I think that's a wise call. Nope, they kick it to Tucker again. Tucker gets it at the 6 or 7. The ball bounces off his chest and rolls out of bounds.
Okay, I imagine Warrenton's just going to take a knee and hit the locker room and make some adjustments coming up here.
They get the opening kickoff coming out for the second half. We've got a new ball game. Knotted up 14-14. Whole coaching staff's making sure that their safeties are back deep and to prevent no long passes. Coach keeps on moving his safeties back further and further, just in case. Warrenton comes out in their victory formation. Looks like they're going to take a knee.
Nine seconds. Yes.
Just going to adjust the clock here. They wanted 1 second off the clock off that kickoff.
Yeah.
Since it was touched in bounds.
That's correct.
So we're down to 9 seconds. Warrenton takes a knee, and that'll be the last play of the first half. We're all knotted up 14 apiece here. Please stick around for the halftime show. We'll be back with more.
Mr. Ethan Kaufman with color guard coordinator, Ms. Ashley Burke. Right and arm, Cody Waymeyer and Colin Smith. Drum majors, is the band ready? You may take the field, marching warriors.
I'm loading super sacks in my warehouse by myself. 20 bags full sack.
Coming back on the Lucky Warriors.
All right, we're about 3.5 minutes away from the second half kickoff. We'll do a recap of the first half. So Holt got the opening kickoff and had a 9-play drive going. They tried a 37-yard field goal, and that was blocked by Warrenton. They had a 12-play possession the next time that resulted in no points as they went for it on fourth down. And then Warrenton scored on their second possession of the game with a 39-yard touchdown pass from Christian Blondin to Brody Reel. And then on Warrenton's next possession, so their third possession, they scored again. First of all, they had a 40-yard pass from Blondin to Diedrich Force, and that set up a 17-yard touchdown pass once again from Christian Blondin and Brody Reel. So that duo has 2 touchdowns today. And then Holt scored on their fourth possession of the first half. They had a 8-play drive resulting in a 19-yard touchdown run from their quarterback Ivan Dean. He took it over the left end and had a good block from his running back, sprung him in for a touchdown. And then on Holt's last possession, their fifth possession of the first half, they hooked up on a 70-yard touchdown pass from Ivan Dean to Zay Amon. And that tied the game up at 14 apiece right before halftime. And that's where we start off now. Warrenton will get the ball on the opening kickoff of the second half after they won the opening coin toss and deferred till the second half. So as usual, we like to see the changes that the coaching staff made at halftime. We've got a new ball game here. We're playing for 2 quarters. It's all tied up, 14-14. We'll be back with the kickoff in just a few. Love what you see, fired up about what you hear? Then why not make your brand part of the excitement? At the Warrenton Sports Network, we're more than just play-by-play. We're the heartbeat of local sports, celebrating the athletes, the fans, and the community that makes it all possible. Whether you're a small business looking to grow your reach or a proud supporter of Warrenton Athletics, there's a place for you here. You can reach a passionate local audience. You can support student athletes and hometown pride. We have flexible ad packages for every budget. So if you're cheering from the stands, tuning in from home, or you just want to see Warrenton thrive, your support matters. Let's team up and make some noise together. Advertise with us. Support the game. Grow your name. Contact the Warren County R3 School District Office for more information. We're underway. Kickoff to Tucker. He picks it up about the 10, sweeps back to the right, cuts it up the middle, and brought down on a little ankle tackle right about the 23-yard line.
Yeah, another good return by Tucker that time.
He's real aggressive when he gets that ball.
Yeah, he is.
Just full speed right away.
He is, yeah.
When he sees that hole, he cuts on a dime and cuts it right back up. So it'll be interesting to see the changes that we make here, Coach.
Yeah, as far as Warrenton's offense, they've been pretty steady all night. They've been able to move the ball. I know the last possession they had a 3-and-out there, trying to get some things, get a score, at the end of the half. It didn't work out, but I think they'll come back to their running game to start out with and see what happens here.
Hand off to Tucker or Hernandez. That sounds like Hernandez.
Yeah.
Isaiah gets 11 yards over the right side of the line of scrimmage. Nice little run there.
Yeah, I don't think we called his name tonight yet, I think, on a carry, so that's a good.
He was real aggressive there, too.
Yes, he was. It's a good first carry. That opens it up. Good.
So 11-yard carry results in a first down for the Warriors. Ball at the 33 now. They had the jumbo package up on the line of scrimmage there.
Yes, they did, yep.
This time the Warriors still have the jumbo offensive lineman up there. 3 receivers to the left side of the formation. Blondin hands it off to Hernandez. He goes over the left side, cuts it back up, spins out of a tackle, and he's got another 11-yard run and another first down for the Warriors. Pettis on the tackle. Do want to make one correction. We called Rio Pettis on a 70-yard touchdown pass from Dean in the first half. It's actually Zay Amon who got the 70-yard touchdown pass. Also, there was a flag on that last play.
Okay, going to tack on an extra 15 yards, personal foul against Holt.
A little unsportsmanlike, huh?
Will look like, yes, sir.
So it puts the ball in the Indian territory now at the 40-yard line. So 3 plays, and they've gone a long way already. Seems like they got a little spring in their step coming out at halftime, too.
Yeah, they do, yep. Hernandez is pretty fresh, so.
Yeah, no kidding. All right, Blondin back to pass. He looks across the middle, throws it into somebody's belly. I'm screened by the official there. That's Drake Brandiff. He got about an 8-yard completion there. Makes it 2nd and 2. That's Brandiff's first catch of the game and his 3rd of the season.
Yep, good use tight end that time.
Yeah, they like to line him up all over the place. Tight end, H-back.
They do,
They'll split him out sometimes.
Yep, he's at the tight end position this time.
Hand off to Hernandez. He goes over the right guard, between right guard, right tackle. And he's got another big pickup there.
Yeah, he does. He's running the ball hard. Offensive line doing a heck of a good job.
Yeah, he ran behind Spicer and Green on that one.
Yep.
All right, so they got the ball now spotted at the 23-yard line. Jumbo package still in there. 4 split out wide to the left. Hernandez in the backfield. And hand off to Hernandez. He goes over the left side. And he's thrown down right at the line of scrimmage there. Xavier Amon on the tackle there. He'll gain on the play. It's the first time they stopped Hernandez here in the second half.
Yeah. He tried to bounce it outside. Really wasn't much, going up inside, so he tried to get out, and Holt did a nice job of closing that down.
2nd and 10. Ball just outside of the red zone. This time they bring in 3 receivers. 1 split out to the left is Forrest, 2 to the right side. Blondin hands off to Hernandez. He takes it over the right side again behind Spicer.
Yep.
Gain of a couple on the play.
That time, nice little trap play that time by Warrenton.
Makes it 3rd and 7. All right, Warriors break the huddle right inside the red zone here. Wanda's back to pass. He pumps, rolls right. He has lots of time. Throws it to the right. Completes it to Caleb Locke. Gain of a couple on the play. Makes it 4th and about 4 now.
Yeah, good protection by the offensive line that time. But, Holt secondary has kind of, covered things pretty well that time.
It seems like they've gotten away from the blitz a little bit more and just happy to cover.
They are, yes.
I say that, and they creep up to the outside linebacker. Bondon's got time to pass, looks left, throws left, into Forrest. What a great catch.
Yes, it is, yes.
I mean, that was a missile.
It was, yep.
And kind of threw it right in the middle of his chest as he jumped. That's kind of an awkward place to try to catch it as a receiver.
Yeah, yep, it was.
Good hands.
And Holt had, two guys, 3 guys right there.
Sir.
They had opportunity, and it was just a well-placed ball.
1st and goal at the 3. Warriors bring in Javon Jones. I think we're missing somebody. Looking for another receiver. They get him in there in a hurry. Play clock at 6. Hand off to Jones up the middle. He drags a couple of defenders all the way down to about the goal line. Just short of the goal line. That the ball came loose after he was already down. Holt was arguing they should have the ball, and there's also a flag on the play.
So Warrenton's backing up. Personal foul against Warrenton.
Unnecessary roughness was the call. That's a tough one to take when you got the ball at the 1 yard line.
Yes, it is.
That's a 15-yarder. They called one against Holt this half, and now one against the Big Red. We saw at Winfield, every time they kept on calling a penalty, the Big Red just kept on digging deeper and kept on converting first downs and eventually a touchdown. 2nd and goal now from the 16.5-yard line. Jumbo package on the line of scrimmage. 4 split out to the left. Hand off to Tucker. He follows Mincher into the hole, cuts it back up. Gains about 4 on the play.
He comes up a little hobbled that time. Looks like he might have a little ankle issue.
Right. Ouch. He hobbles himself to the sideline. Hopefully it's just a cramp or something.
Yeah.
A little tightness. He can work that out. Hernandez comes in his place. Brandiff comes in as well. 3rd and goal now from about the 13.5-yard line. Hernandez is split out to the left. Blondin in the shotgun. Back to pass. Holt brings a little extra. He pumps. He's got all the time in the world. Rolls to the right now. Forced to throw it.
Oh, that was dangerous.
And he threw it into double coverage, but the Holt defender could not grab it. With all the whistles I hear out there must be a flag somewhere.
Must be a flag somewhere, it looks like.
What you got, Coach? The signal yet?
No, nothing yet. Let's see.
Coming over here, that's good. We can see him better. He's talking to the Holt coaching staff, so it must be against the Big Red.
Yeah, it's going against Warrenton. Having an eligible receiver downfield.
They're going to decline it.
Okay. Lost downs will be 4th and goal.
4th and goal from the 13.5. Big Red quickly up to the line of scrimmage. 2 receivers split out to both sides of the formation. Shotgun. Blondin's back to pass. Holt creeps up their outside linebackers. Going man coverage on the outside. Blondin steps up. He's forced. Tries to spin out of it. And he's brought down, sacked at the 20-yard line. That was like Rio Pettis again. Or was that Amon? Let's get those two. That was Xavier Amon. He's having a game for Holt.
Yeah, yes, he is.
Got the sack there, and he had the touchdown earlier.
Yep. He did a nice job of pass rushing that time. There's plenty of protection, that time. And he just just made a good defensive football move. be able to get the sack against Christian.
All right, ball spotted at the 21-yard line here for Holt with 5:58 left to go in the third quarter. So Warrenton threatened, got it down to about the 1.5-yard line, and they couldn't get it in after the personal foul, unnecessary roughness call. 5:58 left to go here in the third quarter. This is Holt's first possession. Let's see what kind of changes the defense made here. A little movement at the line there for Holt, but I guess they got him set. Dean's going to keep it over the left side. It's a good fake. He breaks the tackle. And he's still pulling defenders down. Jordan Lopez finally forces him out at about the 42.5-yard line. It's a good handoff to Hoffmeister. People really bid on that.
Yes, they did, yeah. Yeah, they had some success a little bit late, in the half of that play. And, Dean, he's a good running quarterback. Got a pretty decent arm on him as well.
Yep.
It doesn't look like, I don't think Malagard's back out there at the outside backer position, so they may be looking at that a little bit as well.
Dean's going to keep it again over the left tackle, cuts it back up. He's got 8-9, falls forward for a first down. Holt comes out with a little mojo here. Good blocking up front by the offensive line.
Yeah, it is. They're doing their job up there.
Joe Green in for Keegan Melgard here, the outside linebacker. He had a good game a couple games ago against Winfield.
Yes, he did. Yeah, we called his name quite a bit.
Good play there. Joe Green's in for the tackle, as well as Mincher and Eli Schneider. Gain of 2 on the play.
It's good. The linebackers had a little meeting there, so it's good.
All right, 2nd and 8. Dean in shotgun formation. He's going to sweep it to the left on the play he scored a touchdown on. This time he only gains a couple. Brought down by Jamarian Fulton. Makes it 3rd and about 4.
Yeah, good job by the defense that time, stringing it over to the sidelines. All right, let's see if they hold steady and come back to the wide side of the field right here. They've been having a lot of success the left side, but let's see if they go wide side.
Ooh.
That you cannot do.
Tried to time the count.
Yep.
Jumped off sides. That'll be a first down for Holt. Ball spotted now at the 36 of the Warriors. This drive started on the Holt 21. Handoff to number 4. He goes up the middle. That is Malachi Starks on the carry. Gain of about 2 on the play.
Yeah. There was a hole there just for a quick instant, and Warrenton shut that down pretty good.
Starks is a junior running back. Dean in shotgun formation again. Hands off to Starks right up the middle. He's wrestled down by Mincher and Billy Spicer. Gain of a couple on the play. Starks come up hobbling a little bit. Hoffmeister comes back in. Starks is going to run to the sideline. Looks like he's running a little better as he gets closer to the sideline.
Both schools, have really done a good job of rotating their running backs in and trying to keep everybody fresh.
That's a good point.
I'd look for the quarterback this time because he hasn't ran the past couple plays. So
he's due.
Yep.
Warriors sneak their linebackers up to the line of scrimmage. Steen rolls right. They pick up the blitz. Steen sweeps the right and forced out of bounds. Blondin forces him out, but did he pick up the first down? Yep.
Yeah, looks like they're going to give it to him.
First and 10 at the 25 of the Big Red. Getting close to the red zone are the Indians. Hoffmeister in the backfield. Dean's going to follow him into the hole over the left guard. Running really hard. About a 9-yard pickup on that play. Snyder in on the tackle. Taylor Anderson as well.
Yeah, Holt's offensive line is getting some pretty decent push right now.
Yeah, that left side, Dalton Winiger and Garrett Rash has really got him moving.
Okay, look for sweep.
Hand up to Hoffmeister up the middle, and he's met in the backfield. Spicer fights off a block and gets him. That was also Justin Hogan in there, senior. Nice tackle. Loss of 1 on the play, brings up 3rd and 2. Holt up to the line of scrimmage quickly. They've got their jumbo package in.
Well, they're foot to foot, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
I think we're going to see the quarterback keep this one.
He's going to take it over the left side. Hogan had him in the backfield. Dean breaks that tackle, and then 2 other big red players drive him back. He's not going to get a first down on that one.
No, he's not.
Lopez in there. Mincher in there as well. Really filled that gap real well, did Mincher. Closed that hole off. All right, Holt back up to the line of scrimmage quickly. 4th and 2.
All right, big stand for the Warrenton.
This time Dean's under the center. They got their jumbo package up on the line of scrimmage, and I think they're going to call a timeout. They had a little confusion on the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they did.
Champions aren't just made on the playing field or court. At the Missouri Bank, we bring that same spirit to your finances. Since 1939, the Missouri Bank has been the hometown MVP, serving Warren County and beyond with cutting-edge banking and old-school integrity. Our mission to deliver honest, loyal support and rock-solid defense of your financial future. Whether you're chasing business goals or saving for your next big win, we're here to help you score. The Missouri Bank, rooted in community, ready for tomorrow. All right, big 4th down play coming up here for both squads.
Yeah, it is. To be interesting if Holt comes out and maybe spreads it out just a little bit more, where they've had success. They may not be used to going foot to foot like that and matching up, so we'll be interesting to see here.
Big Jack Morris in on defense now for the Big Red. They got him positioned over the offensive left side.
Okay, they're still going jumbo right here.
They bring up Christian Blondin. I was like, Blondin's going to try to blitz on the outside there.
Going underneath the center.
Well, play action pass. Dean back to pass. He's got a receiver. And the defender knocks it down. Warrenton's going to take over. First and 10.
Nicely done.
He was with the receiver stride for stride.
He was.
That was Jordan Lopez. Of course
Great
it was.
Coverage.
Jordan Lopez coming up clutch again defensively. And they threw it in the end zone, and Jordan Lopez was, like I said, step for step with the receiver and knocks the ball down smartly instead of trying to save them a couple yards.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't hit a little safety valve out here ran a little 2-yard route out there just to the sticks. I'm surprised he didn't go to him. But
is that right? I didn't see that.
Yeah, they snuck their fullback out.
I'm glad he didn't see that.
Exactly.
All right, both teams have had one possession here in the first half. Both teams got close to scoring, got in the red zone, but both teams come up scoreless. Looks like there's a Warrenton player cramping up on the field, so they're just going to stretch him out. And we'll be back to the action in just a second here. Looks like Joe Green, the cramp. He's walking off on his own power. Get some fluids into him and get him back in there.
Yep. What we talked about a couple of weeks ago, salt tablets. Just go ahead and get them back out.
All right, Hernandez back in the backfield. So is Tucker. 4 split out to the left. Blondin in shotgun formation. One receiver split out to the top of the screen. Hernandez goes in motion to the right. Hand off to Tucker up the middle. He gets through the initial wave of tacklers.
Good job.
Yeah, really good job.
Yep, good
Took
run.
3 of them to bring him down.
Yep. Yeah, he got hit and just kept his legs chugging, so not very nicely done.
Cameron Walls on the tackle there for the Indians. 2nd and 4 now for the Big Red.
I'd have to reset the screen.
.16 left to go here in the first quarter. Hernandez on the carry. No, it's Tucker.
Yep, Tucker again. Yep.
Good hard run by Brad.
Yep, picked up your first down. Beautiful.
And that's a Warrior first down. 4 seconds left to go. And that's going to be the end of the quarter. So we're still tied up 14 apiece here. Good ball game like we predicted.
Yeah, it is. It is. As a quick third quarter, both teams kept the ball on the ground. Both were productive running the football. And, just kind of once they got down inside the red zone, look at Warrenton had it down on the 1 yard line. Had a penalty, brings back, that, those things can be costly, untimely when you have that. And Holt did a nice job responding and come back, put themselves together a nice drive and come up short, to the 4th and 2 call. So, you're going to look for both teams to run the ball effectively, I think, this fourth quarter and be able to manage that. So
really going to be determined by up at front.
It is.
The line of scrimmage is really going to determine this game.
Absolutely.
And whose defensive line can get up there. And
correct. Yep. Absolutely.
Okay, Warriors have the ball spotted at their 32, 1st and 10. Start of the fourth quarter. We're all tied up. Blondin shotgun formation. Forrest comes in motion. They're going to hand off to Forrest on the reverse. Gets a lead block from Tucker. Forrest cuts it up. Gaining about 7 or 8 on the play.
Nicely done. That's a good play call.
Trying to run that earlier, didn't they?
Yeah. I think they may have, had a little miscommunication on it, but good call that time. They came back to it, so good little 9-yard pickup on jet sweep.
Cameron Walls on the tackle there. Brings up 2nd and 1 for the Warriors. They go jumbo formation at the line of scrimmage. Forrest split out to the left. Handoff to Tucker. He's met in the backfield. Slips that tackle. Cuts
Still
it back
going.
to the left. He got enough for the first down and is driven backwards.
Yeah, they're going to give it to him.
First and 10 at the 43 of the Big Red now.
All right, let's see if Warrenton comes back with a little play action this time. See if they'll lull the secondary to sleep. But they're running the ball effectively. You don't have to, but, it's an option.
Yeah, they really are running the ball effectively. That's the best they've looked here in a long time.
Yeah.
All right, they break the huddle. Tucker in the backfield. Brandiff in at tight end. Forrest and Reel split out to the left, Lock to the right. Play action pass. Blondin looks deep. He throws it deep. Looks like it's intended for Forrest and just over his hands. I like that play. Either it didn't convert it just because it stretches the defense.
Yeah, it does. It does. Sometimes you can catch them napping, when you're running the ball effectively like they're doing. And that's a smart throw. He threw it where nobody could get it because he was well covered that time.
He really was.
Yeah.
Only place he could get it was if Dietrich came down with it.
Right.
All right, 2nd and 10 now for the Big Red. Brandiff still in the tight end. Forrest split to the left. Reel and Lock to the right. London handoff to Tucker. He goes over the left side, breaks it out, slips a tackle, And he's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 6 or 7.
Good hard run. It's one thing I've noticed about Tucker here lately. He's not going down on that first hit. But a lot of kids are bouncing off him right now.
Running a little harder there, too.
He is.
All right, 3rd and about 4. They give him 6 on the pickup. Ball close to midfield. Tucker in the backfield behind Blondin. Holt sneaks up their linebackers. Blondin's going to hand off to Tucker. It goes right up the middle. Big hole. Hits it, and he's got a first down. Good hard blocking up front. Good hard running by Bradley Tucker.
You bet. They've been picking up 4 or 5 yards, every time they're touching the ball right now.
Yes, sir.
One thing that's doing, it's keeping the ball out of Holt's hands as well, so it's running some time off the clock.
That's wearing that defense out.
It is.
As much as they keep on subbing.
Yep.
They're getting a little tired, it looks like.
They are. Well.
All right, Blondin back to pass. Defense is a little confused. He's got lots of time. He's flushed out now, rolls to his left, squares to throw, throws across his body. Oh, it's going to be intercepted. Xavier Amon again. He's going to be tackled at the Warrenton 32-yard line. Zay Amon's got a 70-yard touchdown, and he's got a big interception there.
Yeah, I think that time Christian had an opportunity to run, maybe pick up some yards instead of trying to force the ball in, but, he made the decision. Amon kid made a nice play on the ball. He's just back there playing center field.
Holt has the ball at the Warrenton 33-yard line. 9:35 left to go here in the ball game. We're all knotted up. Dean at quarterback for the Indians. I formation. Dean back to pass. He looks left, forced up in the pocket, throws it to the left. He's got a receiver, and they've got a 33-yard touchdown pass. That was completed to Devontae Rickman, his second touchdown of the season.
Well, that was a quick turnaround, wasn't it?
It really was. Warrenton had something going. And one interception and a touchdown pass later. Holt's got the lead.
Yep.
Looking to extend it to 7. Noah Bailey to try the point after attempt here. Kicked up and through the uprights. 21-14, Holt leads. Well, this is the first time that Warrenton's been down late in the ball game where they've had a chance, to come back and respond.
Right.
So this will tell a lot about the team right here.
Exactly. And that's what you have to do. This tests you. And this is a good game for Warrenton right here. Just to test where you're at. And, the thing about it is, you've got 9:27 left on the clock. You don't have to go down and get a touchdown right away. You don't have to expect anything in 2 plays.
Lots of time.
There is.
No time to panic. And as you stated earlier, they're moving the ball well throughout the second half here. They've done a great job of moving the ball.
Yep, I think they'll just come out and continue to run the ball, coming out this next possession. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that time. Okay. Let's see if he gets it towards Tucker again.
He does send it towards Tucker's side. A little shorter ball bounces at the 15. Stays inbound. Tucker picks it up at the 13. Cuts it up. He does a good job of getting more yards up to the 25-yard line where he's forced out of bounds. Great run by Bradley Tucker.
Yeah, that was Hernandez that time.
Was Hernandez?
Yeah, they kind of flipped him. Sides of the field. But, again, he did a nice job as well. Both of them do a good job.
They do.
They did really good.
They've been coached well, and their guts and their instinct are doing them well as well. All right, ball started at the 25. 9:21 left on the clock here in the fourth quarter. Warrenton sends triple receivers to the right, Forrest to the left. Tucker in the backfield, Blondin. Holt sneaks up their linebacker. Tucker goes over the left side. Forced out of bounds after a gain of about 3.
Okay, good little pickup, good play. They've had success left hand, on the left side of the ball.
Actually, they're going to give him about 4 on it.
Yeah, give him an extra yard.
Same formation for the Big Red. Holt sneaks up their outside linebacker over on the left side. Blondin back to pass. He's got time, rolls to his right, buys a little more, throws it. Tipped at the line of scrimmage. Good play defensively. That guy really fought off the tackle to get his hand up and knock that down.
Yes, he did.
That makes it 3rd and 6.5, 7 for the Warriors.
Yeah, Holt secondary's really stepped up, this second half, in their defensive coverage.
They really have.
Let's see if we see a little draw play coming up.
Same formation for the Big Red. They're going to hand off to Tucker, goes off the right guard. Forward for about 3, going to be about 2 yards short of the first down. Interesting 4th down play for the Big Red coming up here, 4th and 2.
Well, if I know Coach Coper, he's going to go for it.
Here we go. Same formation from the Big Red. Trips to the right, Forrest to the left. Holt staying back. Blondin back to pass. Looks to the left.
And it's incomplete.
And the ball falls incomplete. Holt will take over on downs.
Okay. They had it right there. They were first down right there at the sticks. Just couldn't quite hold on to it.
7:55 left to go in the ball game. Holt has the ball 1st and 10 at Warrenton's 33-yard line. All right, shotgun formation with an I formation. Warrenton sneaks up to the line of scrimmage. Dean's going to hand off to Hoffmeister and actually pushes him into the hole, gain of about 1 or 2 on the play. Javon Jones and Eli Schneider in on the tackle.
Yeah, pick up a 2 that time.
Kind of expect Holt to run the ball here.
Yeah, absolutely. They're going to try to chew as much time off the clock as what they can. And see if their quarterback does anything with it this time. Coming our direction.
Yes, sir. Pitches. Hoffmeister has it. He turns the corner. That's a block. Is that a blindside block?
That should be, but it's not called.
Holy cow. That was a blindside block that should have been called. Holt gets the ball all the way down to the 11-yard line. Dean in shotgun formation. Dean's going to keep it. He follows Hoffmeister into the hole, slips the tackle. Mincher has a hold of him. Lopez. Dean falls forward close to the 5-yard line. Big Red need to bow their neck here and come up big and stop Holt.
Yes, they do. They're capable of doing it. They've done it before.
Second and 4 now for the Indians. They can get a first down if they want. Dean's going to keep it, rolls to the left. He stopped short,
Yes,
breaks
he
the
is.
tackle. Javon Jones in there first. Blondin comes in there and finishes him off.
Yep, so he lost about a yard on that play. Now Holt can still get a first down here. See what they choose to do after this down.
3rd and 5. Holt taking their time here.
Yep. Let that clock chew down as much as what they possibly can. So if they set something back over to the right-hand side this time, maybe get their field goal kicker if they want to kick a field goal.
Oh, that's a good point.
A little bit better of an angle.
Hand off to, nope, Dean's going to keep it over the left side. He's met at the 5-yard line and driven sideways.
All right, good stand by the Warriors
No
that time.
gain on that play. Spicer in there, Jones in there, Mincher. The usual cast of characters came up big there, 4th and 4.
Yep. Okay, they're keeping them out there.
Interesting.
Yep, that is.
Try to draw them off sides. You think they're going to go for it?
Possibly. I don't know.
5:35. And they're quick to the line of scrimmage here. 23 seconds on the play clock. Yeah, I think they're trying to draw them off sides.
I think you're right.
Looking to the sidelines. Play clock down to 13, 12, 10. Still haven't gotten a play called yet.
Nope.
They're just going to run the clock off here.
Yep, get their timeout.
Be interested to see if Coach Place decides to go for it here or try to get the field goal and take the lead. First time that Holt tried to kick the field goal, Warrenton blocked it.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're calling for the
Yep,
field goal
PA team. Yep, there's our field goal team coming out. You know, essentially it's just a little bit back, from an extra point, but you're a little bit different angle. And sometimes kicking from the hash when you're this close is a little bit more difficult than when you're going straight. That's why I was surprised they didn't try to get everything more towards the middle of the field on their run play.
So Holt takes a timeout. Their holder on the kick or the extra points and field goals is Brody Jennings, a sophomore quarterback. Okay. So you always got to watch the fake when you got a quarterback doing the holding.
Yep, you do.
But they do bring out the field goal team.
Yeah, you said the young man's already got, 4 field goals on the year, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Blocked earlier in the game by the Big Red.
Yep.
They need another one here.
Get a push and get the big paws up in the air.
Noah Bailey to try the field goal to extend Holt's lead to 2 scores. Snap down ball is up.
Okay, he's
and
good.
It is through.
Okay.
So 10-point lead now for Holt with 5 minutes left to go to play here in the ball game. Warrenton's going to need 2 possessions to get back into this.
Yep. Well, you still got plenty of time left on the clock, so, no need to panic just quite yet. But if you can get down there and get a score, within the next 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes onside kick, and make some things happen. I've seen crazy things happen in this game.
Yes, sir. It was like Jace Evans to kick off for Holt. Tucker and Hernandez back to receive. No, that's somebody else back there. No, it's Tucker Hernandez.
Yep.
Ball bounces. Rio picks it up and whistle's blown.
Yeah, that's a smart play. I don't think that ball was going to go out of bounds. So,
all right, ball's going to be spotted at the 23-yard line.
Okay, got to put together a 77-yard drive here. And Warrenton's got, all 3 of their timeouts? Is that correct?
I believe so.
Okay, they got 3, and Holt should have 1 left, maybe.
All right, shotgun formation. 4 receivers in the formation. Blondin back to pass. He looks to his right, throws to Reel, and just a little too high for Brody on that one. Good coverage from Holt's number 34. That's Paul Harvey. Two receivers each side of the formation. Blondin back to pass. Pump fakes, throws across the middle. Complete to Forrest. He dodges 2 tackles, falls forward for about a 14-yard Warrenton first down. Warrenton quickly up on the ball. They get the play from the sidelines. They're over the ball. Brandiff into the game now. Snap back to Blondin, back to pass. Holt brings a little blitz. It's picked up. Blondin's got time. Throws it over here in the flat. Caleb Locke almost came up with a huge catch.
Yeah, he did. Almost had it the first time, kind of bobbled, and I thought he was going to get it on the rebound that time.
.436 left to go in the game. Warriors got a 2nd and 10. Two receivers each side of the formation. Blondin back to pass. Steps up in the pocket, throws it over to Locke. Locke has it for about a 6-yard gain.
Yep, that's good play. Good saves. Just get your completions now. You've got 2 downs. You don't need anything big.
Brings up 3rd and about 4.
Got to worry about getting your first down now.
Blondin looks to his left, pumps, throws to his left. Forrest comes back, ball's batted up.
Oh.
Almost intercepted, but the ball falls incomplete.
Yep, that was close to being pass interference that time.
That brings up 4th and about 3 for the Big Red. Got to get the first down first. Blondin back to pass. Holt blitzes. He's flushed out of the pocket, rolls to his left, throws across his body, and
it's incomplete.
Knocked down by a defender. Holt will take over on downs. They're going to have the ball 1st and 10 at the Warrenton 46-yard line. 4:02 left to go in the ball game. Defensively, got to start stripping the ball and going for the ball.
You do. You have to start getting after that. And then you got to start, do I start using my timeouts now as well? You know, so that's something that crosses your mind. This first 2 plays will be indicative of what happens here.
Hoffmeister in the backfield. Dean's going to hand off to him. Little trap play up at the line of scrimmage. Gain of about 1. Tackled by Fulton and Spicer.
Yeah, he was carrying that thing a little loose right there. So I
thought so too.
Thought a good opportunity to come up there and punch that thing out.
Wasn't 3 points of contact there, was there?
No.
2nd and 9 now. Holt's content to let this clock run down.
Yeah, they're going to bleed it down. I'd look for the quarterback to keep this one this time. They'll wait to get their call with about 10 seconds left and then go.
There we are. You called it, Coach. 10 seconds, and they're up on the ball. Hoffmeister out to the left. He's going to hand off to Hoffmeister. He goes over right up the middle, cuts it back. Gain of about 3 or 4.
Okay, there's your timeout.
Yep. 3rd and 4 is what the Indians have before them. Ball spotted at the 40-yard line. The Warrenton Sports Network reminds you that at Gastor Chevrolet, there are no gimmicks, no pressure, just fair prices and friendly faces. That's the Gastorf way every day. From the driveway to game day, Gastorf gets you there.
That's where I bought all my vehicles since I've been here. So they treat you right out there. And hopefully that plug will give me a discount on my next one. So we'll see.
All right, big 3rd down here.
Yeah.
Ready to stop.
Yeah, I figure Warrenton's going to bring the house. I'd look for the quarterback again.
3:09 left to go in the game.
Get everything loaded up the middle there. He may try to bust something a little bit outside. He's been effective on the sweep.
Yep, rolling to his left. Quarterback keeper over the left side. He's close for a first down and breaks the tackle and gets a first down. But he is forced out of bounds by Schneider. First and 10 for the Indians. Ball spotted at the 31-yard line.
Okay, if you're Warrenton, you're going to have to call a timeout after this next play.
Taylor Anderson over on the left end there. He's got a nose for the ball as well. See if he can't get in there and strip somebody. Hoffmeister into the hole. Spicer with a tackle. Anderson in there as well. And you're right. Warrenton calls their second timeout. Gain of 2, 2nd and 8.
Yeah, Warrenton right now, I mean, what you got to do is just bring the house, you know. Try to go get the ball, get stripped, because you're down to your one last timeout. And they're Holt's doing a good job of milking this clock. So,
well, defensively, that's so hard because they've run it to the left, run it to the right, run it up the middle. It's like
it is.
It's like they have a play for wherever you're trying to blitz away. You know, they can run that play away from it. Yeah, they creep up the outside linebacker on the far side.
Probably hand off the running back.
Dean keeps it. He gets about 2 yards on the play. Quick timeout from Warrenton. This will be their last timeout and bring up 3rd and about 6. Want to remind everybody that Hunter's Sake Investments has the keys to your next home, business space, or celebration venue right here in Missouri. Give Hunter's Sake a call. .219 left to go here in the ball game. Really coming down to this possession here, isn't it, Coach?
Yes, it is. Yep.
Because we're out of timeouts now.
Out of timeouts, you're going to have to get a good stop here on 3rd down, especially, and force Holt to make a decision on what they want to do. Do they want to go for it, risk giving Warrenton the ball back with time left on the clock? So this will, after this play, they're going to lose some precious time.
Yes, sir. All right, Dean in shotgun formation. Hoffmeister comes over to his left now, trying to draw him off sides. They call an audible at the line of scrimmage here from the sidelines. Hoffmeister gets the ball, goes up the middle. Jones jumps on his back. He's going to be spotted about a yard short. Bring it up 4th and 1. 4th and real short, maybe about a half yard to a
about
yard.
A half yard, yeah.
So I think Holt goes for it here, don't you think?
Oh, yeah.
Ball
You definitely have to. If you're going to tell your big boys up front, let's suck it up and get half a yard. And this is where Warrenton's got to dig their heels in.
Under 2 minutes to go. I think Holt's going to call a timeout eventually after they've milked this clock for 10 more seconds. All the way down to 1 second.
Yes, they did. It's like, okay.
If you're looking for a new home or looking to sell your home, Main Street Real Estate has it all for you. Success isn't about trophies or titles at Main Street Real Estate. It's measured by one thing, your satisfaction. Main Street Real Estate, your home team from game day to closing day.
Okay, this is going to be for the ball game, this next stat.
You go zero blitz here?
Oh, absolutely. I think you got to bring them. And you know what? Their quarterback's going to keep it. I mean, he's been their best runner the whole night. He's had had a good night. They may do a little pressure goose up here.
They go goal line formation.
They do, yep. Might see the old tush push coming up here.
Dean under center. Trying to draw them off sides first. Play clock at 19. They go quarterbacks. Fumble! And Warrenton's going to take over on downs either way.
Yep.
Sorry about screaming in your ear there.
Nope, that's fine. That's fine.
Fumble on the center quarterback exchange. Ball went between Dean's legs, and the running backs and Dean all tried to fall on it. So Warrenton has a little bit of life left here.
Yep.
1:25 left to go in the game. They take over 1st and 10. They're going to need a quick score and then get an onside kick here.
That's right. Yeah, you used to take that snap for granted, quite a bit, just going under center. But, nowadays, how many teams are under center? You're always shotgun snap, and then you go back under center. And, we did that one year where we had to reteach how to take a snap under center because it doesn't happen. And sometimes you have to have that.
Yeah, it's the exception nowadays.
It is, yep. Absolutely it is.
All right, Warrenton sends 4 receivers out to the left side.
Okay, there's their break.
Looks like Holt's going
They're
to
gonna
send 5.
Yep.
Blondin's forced up in the pocket. And he's going to be forced to throw the ball.
That ball's live. Nope, they called it
outside
incomplete.
the pocket.
Yeah.
He threw it back towards Jack Morris, who's not an eligible receiver, but he did throw it across the line of scrimmage, and he was outside the pocket.
Yeah.
So hopefully it's no penalty on that play.
Nope. Doesn't look like they're throwing anything.
So they had 3 linemen rush, and then they blitzed the 2 linebackers on that play.
Yep, that's the first time we've seen a blitz out of them for a bit.
2nd and 10. 1:16 on the play clock, on the game clock, excuse me. Blondin back to pass. Gets the ball off right before he's hit. And
there's your penalty.
Pass intended for Brandiff.
Yep.
Looks like they're going to get interference on that play.
Yeah, Holt defender got there just a little too early that time.
Tried to go through the receiver again.
Yeah, I think Coach Coper's been chewing on the ear just a little bit all night about that. Finally got the call. Nope, they're waving it off.
Oh, my goodness. That makes it 3rd and 10 now.
Okay, well.
What could have changed their mind? I don't know.
Not sure what that was.
3rd and 10. Blondin back to pass. Steps up in the pocket, pump fakes, looks across the middle, throws it deep. Intended for Brandiff, but over his head. It's going to bring up 4th and 10 now.
Well, the important thing right now is just pick up your first down so you can live to get your other play.
And if they get the first down, that'll stop the clock.
Yep.
So 1:03 left to go in the game. First down's crucial here. Blondin back to pass. Holt brings 5. Blondin's going to keep. Nope. He gets up to the line of scrimmage and throws. Intended for Brody Reel. He had a hand on it, and then Dedrick Forrest tried to catch it.
Yep. I thought he was going to get it off the rebound that time.
Neither one of them come down with it. So Holt's going to take over, and they're going to wrap this game up since Warrenton has no more timeouts left to go. Ball's at the 23 with under a minute to go here. And Holt's lining up in victory formation. Quarterback under center. Running backs under his hips. And he takes a knee. And they'll have time for 1 or 2 more of those, and that's about it. And takes another knee, and that should wrap it up. Be sure to stick around for the Fast Lane postgame show. We'll be back in a minute. Well, the final whistle's blown, but your journey's just getting started at Fast Lane. We're all about keeping you moving, whether it's a quick bite, a fresh brewed coffee, or top-tier fuel. Fast Lane delivers fast, friendly service every time, with clean stores, everyday essentials, and smiles to match. We are your reliable stop across the region, so wherever the road takes you, after the game or any day, refuel your day at Fast Lane. Welcome in, folks, to the Fast Lane postgame show, your front row seat to all the action, analysis, and highlights from tonight's matchup. Powered by Fast Lane, where convenience meets speed. We're breaking down every big play, standout performance, and game-changing moment. Whether you're tuning in from the bleachers or catching us on the go, we've got everything you need to relive the drama, celebrate the stars, and to look ahead to what's next. So buckle up, because the Fast Lane postgame show starts now. Okay, once again, final score here at David Huff Memorial Field. Holt 24, Warrenton 14. Our third star of the game is going to go to Warrenton's Brody Reel, who got the big red on the scoreboard early and often. He scored the first 2 touchdowns for the Warriors. First a 39-yard touchdown pass from Christian Blondin. And then later on, next drive, he had a 17-yard touchdown pass. So another standout performance by Brody Reel. He's got a nose for the ball and a nose for the end zone. Our number 2 star, coach, is going to go to...
it's going to go to Ivan Dean, number 11 quarterback for Holt. I thought he just did an excellent job, both on the ground. He came up with some big throws tonight as well. I think he's just a well-rounded quarterback, being able to run the option and, just a lot of the sweeps, that he did himself. So I think he had himself a heck of a game tonight.
He sure did. We knew coming into the game that he was their main focal point on offense, and he certainly showed that tonight. And we're actually going to give Ivan Dean had a 19-yard touchdown run as well.
Yes, he did.
So we're going to give the number 1 star to Holt's two-way player, Zay Amon. He had a 70-yard TD pass from Ivan Dean at the end of the first half to tie the game up before halftime. And then coming out in the second half, he had a huge interception on Warrenton's second drive. They were driving close to the red zone, and he came up with an interception, returned it real far down the field, and on the next play, Holt hit a 33-yard touchdown pass to Devontae Rickman. So Zay Amon had a great play offensively and defensively to really fire Holt into this game and catapult them into the victory. Well, that's a wrap on tonight's Fast Lane postgame show. Thanks for running the turf with us through every block, tackle, and touchdown scored. From clutch plays to unforgettable moments, we covered it all, and the road ahead looks just as thrilling. Next up, the Big Red will play next Friday in a homecoming game versus St. Charles High School. The next broadcast on the Warrenton Sports Network will be Monday, October 6th, when the volleyball team returns to the court to take on the Fulton Hornets. Until then, this is Keith Brown alongside Coach Mack reminding you to stay fast, stay sharp, and we'll see you in the Fast Lane.